Oh, poor little kawaii Groovy-chan. It looks like your journey is a wari-dazo! Freeze, punk! Who dares? Transform! Nani? Kisama, identify yourself!
Protectobot Rook, 1st Precinct. Drop your weapons. You are under arrest.
Oh my!
Your move, creep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus, and it's time to cover the new Protectobot in town. This is Rook, the team's answer to the constant question of how is a motorcycle the same size as any of these other 3 vehicles? Can his 6 wheels fill in his predecessor's 2 wheels? Let the examination begin. Rook turns into a big armored shoe with the words police and SWAT written all over it. With 3 pairs of wheels and the build of a mobile battering ram, I admit it took me a little while to figure out the protection aspect of Rook's alt mode. But, you know, you can fill them full of civilians and they can't be shot or blown up very easily while they're inside. Anyway, he's cast in a lovely and clean white plastic with lovely and clean blue striping. Paint also picks out the windows, headlights, and a bunch of silvered up details along either side. In vehicle mode, Rook's got 4 5mm peg holes and 1 5mm peg. So you've got loads of options for placing some weaponry. His hand-foot gun can look like a real dangerous warhead battering ram, but it's also got a peg hole underneath to become a top-mounted rocket launcher if you're so inclined. And if you get multiple copies of Rook's hand-foot gun, somehow, then you can stack them up as high as you like, and they'd probably look really dumb. Transforming Rook into robot mode starts off with something that might make you think things are going to be shell-formery, but it doesn't take long for that notion to get snuffed out. His arms are the rear topside chunk of the alt mode. His legs and torso are the entire underside heft of the alt mode. His legs also kind of transform like breakdowns, except that they do a way better and less rickety job of it. It's just a shame that the insides of his shins look so very hollow afterwards. Guys, pectoral side boob wheels, block shoulders and chunk legs, beef. These are the qualities of the bot they call Rook. His color scheme is a cool mix of black, blue, and white. His proportions and silhouette are powerful and burly. Each of his fists are sculpted along the side of a 5mm compatible knuckle cannon barrel. This guy is a war machine, and his head sculpt is crazy full of personality. It's supposed to resemble a Rook chess piece, but quite honestly, it looks more to me like a Russian hat mixed with an American football helmet. The forehead insignia is a tiny, clean tampograph, and the silver parts pop hard against all the glossed black. Aside from friggin' knuckle cannons, Rook also includes a weird claw-like weapon that can plug into those aforementioned friggin' knuckle cannons. Regardless of how I put it in there, I honestly don't get what it's doing. Like, I guess it grabs stuff? Electrically? Anyway, the super keen semi-unintended feature involves the hand-foot gun. Turn it into a hand, and you can Hulk hands Rook up with some Gestalt boxing gloves. I mean, why not? This figure builds up a legend around a so far silent character who has barely appeared in more than a handful of comic panels. A stalwart living weapon of a bot who uses the power of the Enigma of Combination in his fists alone. Rook's delightful goofy head is on a ball joint, and it's got this much waggle, and that's pretty good, aside from turning around and looking up and down, etc. You can also move the transformation hinge if you really want to and get some stuff going from angles that hide the fact that his head is sticking up on a flap. His shoulders are on big, happy ball socket joints, and these are big, happy shoulders. The transformation joint also allows the shoulder to shift back like this, which is a real fun touch. There's a built-in stopper here, so that's as far forward as it goes, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool. There's dedicated bicep swivel, along with a just over 90-degree hinge. If you plug a big dumb hand in here, you get a wrist swivel because that's a 5mm peg. There is a waist swivel, ball-jointed hips, as these Combiner Wars Deluxes tend to have, a mushroom peg thigh swivel, hinge knee with a nice full 90, which is real pleasant with the bulk of this guy's legs. But what's really double, triple pleasant with the bulk of this guy's legs, and that's like, what, 2 times 3, that's sextuple pleasant is that, look at this, he's got ankle tilts on these, like, big boot feet, and that looks gorgeous. Like, if there's one big thing to get on this guy about, it's this big hollow space in here. But you forget about that real fast when he's able to stand dead solid no matter what he's doing and look like he's planted on the ground and just ready to wreck some ish. So, Rook makes me happy, and these ankle tilts make me double happy. I did not ever expect to see these on a Combiner Wars Deluxe, and it looks like the upcoming Compatagons Brawl might have one, and Swindle and Hound are going to have them because they're based on him, so we have a bright future to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. As if the future that we're living in now, which is the present with Rook, and it isn't already bright enough. Charge! Let's dial things back to vehicle mode for a second, and then get Rook set up as a defensor leg. It's pretty straightforward, and as a leg, he's got enough bulk to fill out that function pretty well. He's also got a weird-looking Z-axis flattening going on just above the ankle. But if you take that leg and then unfold some more stuff, you get one of the finest Combiner Wars Combiner arms to date. It's got a nice block of shoulder bulk and an equally nice block of forearm bulk. Both are clean, solid, and not in the way of anything. There's also a handy 5mm peg hole underneath the wrist cuff, which is a perfect place to store Rook's claw taser weapon thingy, and have it like flip out under his hand to jab other combiners in the eyes and pull out their eyes. Overall, Rook's a damn good Combiner Wars Deluxe. Every mode works, he's got a strong look and design, and like, ankle tilts. This is one of those toys that makes me say, gimme repaints, gimme retools! And guess what? He's destined for a reshelling retool that'll make his alt mode more Jeep-like, just in time for Swindle and Hound to join the Combiner Wars. I'm psyched. But coming back to Rook, I can't see any reason to walk away from him other than a really intense loyalty to the concept of Groove as a limb. Like, if you're loyal to Groove, don't worry, he's here too, just stay tuned. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus, and the Combiner Wars Protectobot journey is just about complete. We've got one review to go, and it's the littlest motorcycle man of the bunch. Well, the only motorcycle man. But he's also little, trust me.